Now, exam season is coming to a close and most of you are probably looking to apply for jobs and get started with your careers. Hopefully, after getting through the initial application stages, you are invited for interview. And like most of us normal people, you get this feeling of nervousness and anxiety loom over you leading up to it. In this video, I will go through exactly what I think is the best way to deal with interview nerves and how to perform as best you can on the day. Hi, my name is Abdul and I'm a fully qualified biomedical scientist working for the NHS in cellular pathology. Okay, so preparing for interview can be very intimidating and nerve-wracking, which is completely normal, and almost all other candidates will be feeling the exact same way. Often we can put a lot of pressure on ourselves to perform our best and ace the interview, which can actually sometimes be good because it pushes us to do well, but it can also be harmful because if you build up too much pressure, you might end up crashing and overloading your brain with anxiety. Therefore, it's important to find that healthy balance, and I'll explain how you can achieve exactly that. Let's start by talking about what causes these negative feelings of nervousness and how we can tackle them. For me, the biggest thing was not knowing what to expect. It was this fear of the unknown that really caused the negative emotions because it's an unfamiliar environment with people you don't know asking you a bunch of questions in a short amount of time. This was also coupled with a lack of preparedness on my part, which made things worse. So how can we help ourselves in this situation? The best way would be to find out as much as you can about the workplace and the role you're applying for. So if you're applying for a role in histology, find out as much as you can about histological techniques. Also take time to learn a bit about the trust and the hospital as well as the department. In terms of the hospital trust, they usually have these things called mission, vision and values, which they display on their websites. Another great way of finding out more information is simply to just email or call the interviewers. Their contact details are usually displayed on the application pages. For example, you can ask whether it's a lab that focuses on routine samples or specialized cases. You could also ask them if the lab is an IBMS approved training lab, which is important for you to complete your portfolio, which is needed to become a registered BMS. I would highly recommend that you ask them if you could come by at some point for a lab tour and if you could meet the team you'd be working with. This would definitely calm your nerves because you'll have seen the environment and the people you'd be working with. This reduces the unknown and makes you feel more comfortable. Also try and find out, if you can, what they are struggling with or what sort of person they are looking to hire. Use that information later to think about how you can help better their lab and what you can do for them. Remember, they saw something in your application that they liked. So find out what that thing was and talk about it during your interview. I'll tell you something that all pathology labs are struggling with at the moment, and it is turnaround times as well as backlog. There's so many samples that come in on a daily basis, which causes labs to struggle a lot with the workload. So use that information to find out how you can help their problem. Talk about how you, in your previous experiences, have demonstrated that you worked efficiently and how much of a quick learner you are. This will sound really great to your interviewer and make them more likely to hire you. If you can't think of any questions to ask about the place and what they do, you can just simply ask them to confirm the details of the location and time and date of the interview. I'll be honest, it doesn't actually matter so much about what you ask them at this point, so long as you establish some sort of contact. Establishing contact like this is so simple and so effective for so many reasons. If you emailed them, your name will be more familiar to them, and you can also see how they are from their response to your email. If you call them over the phone, you can hear their voice and gauge their personality. Same goes for them to you. If you manage to arrange an in-person visit, that's even better. Now you can put faces to names and build the most knowledge about your environment. This definitely reduces the unknown and is sure to reduce your anxiety. Not only does establishing contact help you by calming your nerves, it automatically makes you stand out more to your interviewer because it shows your interest and that you actually care. Your name and face will be so much more familiar to them, and they are much more likely to pick you because you have shown strong interest and they feel like they know you more. Everyone nowadays has a degree, and these aren't a deciding factor anymore. Aim to build more confidence in your interviewer to hire you. Making contact, showing up, being a friendly and familiar face will significantly boost your chances of getting picked. It's all about how well you fit into the team and how comfortable they are with you. So give it a go. Establish a connection with your interviewer before the interview if you can, and I promise you it will help you so much. So as I mentioned before, doing a little bit of research about the place beforehand will not only help you frame your mind into seeing what they are looking for, but it will also help show you if this is what you are looking for. Remember, you are important as well. Having this mindset of going for what you want and what you're looking to get out of this experience will make you more authentic in your approach towards the application and interview. This leads me on to the next point of what causes these negative feelings of anxiety and stress, and it is not being yourself. Don't make the mistake of trying to become someone or something you're not and making up answers or saying things you think you want the interviewer wants to hear. They can see right through it, and so could you if you were in their position. So be honest in your answers, and if you need more time to think about it, then take your time. Being honest and not trying to show off will mean you can answer your questions more comfortably and not panic, because you might encounter some difficult questions that will push you into a corner. If you truly don't know, then say you don't know, and you can either give your thought process of how you would try and solve the problem or what you would do in that situation, or you could say it's something that you will work on for the future. This will make you seem like a much more genuine candidate, and you yourself won't feel like you are lying, which adds to the feeling of nervousness and anxiousness. So use your experience to try and answer the questions the best you can. And if you are inexperienced, then say so, and also say what you are doing to try and change that. Really show that you are interested in working in the lab in the area that you want to work in. Say how much of a team player you are and how you always try your best to work to the highest standard you possibly can. And if you made a mistake, say what you did to correct it and how you made sure it didn't happen again. So what are some other actionable things that you can do to also help calm your nerves? It's the simple stuff like picking out your clothes early, way before the interview, as well as planning your journey to the interview location. So make sure you arrive on time and know exactly where you're going when you're at the location. The last thing you need to be panicking about is figuring out what to wear and how long the train journeys are going to be or traffic along your route to the interview. These things are so easy to fix and prepare for beforehand, but it is also so easily forgotten about. And finally, remember to breathe properly. Taking deep breaths will really help calm your nerves, as well as make you think clearer. There are so many studies out there that show just taking deep breaths into the belly with longer exhales show significant improvements to reduce the biochemical pathways that causes stress and anxiety, as well as promote relaxation pathways in the nervous system. Practice the habit of deep breathing and see for yourself how much it helps. With everything being said, all we can do is our best. Keep in mind, you don't really have anything to lose. And at the end of the day, they aren't there to grill you. They just want to know if you are what they are looking for. So don't worry too much about trying to meet their standards. Just be yourself, and if it happens, it happens. If not, you can move on to the next opportunity. Just remember, you only need one yes. So that's it for the video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike and let me know why in the comments. I hope you found this video useful. I've also created a Slack group with other biomedical scientists, trainees, and students. I'll leave a link to join in the description below. In the group, you can ask questions about how to deal more with anxiety nerves or just generally ask for advice. Thank you very much for watching this video and wish you the best of luck during your interview. Take care.